Everybody remembers Buck Bumble, the lovable bee that,
What about now? It's time to rock with the biggity buck bumble. What about now? It's time to rock with the biggity buck bumble. Bum to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bum to the bump to the bumble.
oh right, that's what we remember.
To the bump to the bumble.
The Biggity Buck Bumble theme is a well-worn meme at this point. With its thumping beat and catchy vocals, it's a total banger all on its own, but doubly amusing as the main song of a colorful Nintendo 64 game about a cyborg bee trying to prevent the bugpocalypse. The N64, of course, was absolutely infested with colorful mascot games. Something about the console's target audience and its blurry textures made it the perfect home for banjos and kazooies, donkeys and ditties, Glovers, Chameleon's Twist, and whatever the hell Ed from Tonic Trouble is. It's easy to get lost in that rainbow sea, and other than the one tune, it seems like Buck Bumble did just that, being remembered as an otherwise mediocre at best game. You fly around shooting things for a couple of hours and then you're done, and the only thing you'll recall about the game is that damned song, but nothing else. Is that true though? I mean, this is Argonaut Games we're talking about. They made Star Fox and the Super FX chip. They made Alien Resurrection on the PlayStation, a pioneer of dual analog FPS controls. They made, Catwoman. Well, they can't all be winners. But for a good 25 years, I, like you, assumed there was nothing else noteworthy about the B game. And then I played it. And you know what? It's actually not bad. Buck Bumble starts off with the UK just doing UK things, and a toxic waste spill creating an army of mutated insects that want to take over the world or whatever. I say let 'em, quite frankly. Anyway, there's also an unseen and entirely useless rebel army, and you play as Buckford Bumble, a cybernetically enhanced super soldier bee who has to fight this back garden war entirely on his own with just his wings, a wide variety of powerful weapons, and of course the occasional thermonuclear device. It's a flight combat game, so you fly around and shoot everything that moves, and sometimes things that don't move either. Collect weapons, collect tokens for extra lives, pick up health, etc, etc. You know the drill. Mission objectives vary from destroying all enemies, to protecting allied buildings, infiltrating the enemy hive to attack a strategic target, doing a bit of a classic trench run, and even collecting specimens for what I'm sure is totally ethical, non-CIA sponsored research. It's all quite diverse in level type and size, enemy variety, and though they take a bit to appear, weapon variety too. You get your assorted set of pew-pews, sure, but also a manually guided missile, and just for our friend Buckminster Bumble, an honest-to-goodness BFG. The BFG. Exploration is rewarded with items, the game is never too frustrating, enemies require distinct strategies, and there's a lot of them on screen at once. But it's not a great game. I'd struggle to even call it a good game. It's a fine game. Big 6 out of 10 energy, if you know what I mean. As unbelievably great, amazing, incredible, and life-altering that menu theme is, the music that plays during the gameplay is quite basic. There's not a whole lot of variety in the environments, the levels are blocky even by N64 standards, and the fog distance is right on that edge of being acceptable. There's a distinct feeling of the game not being entirely finished. A very solid foundation here, but it could have maybe used a little more time in the oven for it to become genuinely good. Also, giant missed opportunity to not have the menu theme play over the credits. I think that would have given the game extra points from every reviewer that made it to the end. But I'm officially a convert to the Church of Bucky Bumble. Somebody get me the Buck Bumble vinyl. Somebody send me precious jewels that I can trade for the elusive and exclusive yellow Rumble pack, just so I can hold it in my hand, look at the camera, and say, it's time to rumble with the Bumble. Anyway, here's the important answer to the important question that you watched this video for. Should you play Buck Bumble for the Nintendo 64? Sure, if you want. It's a surprisingly decent flight combat game starring a cute little bee who sometimes says cool in an adorable robot voice when picking up a new weapon. If that's enough for you, you can get a couple of enjoyable hours out of it for sure.
Bum to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bum to the bump to the bumper. Bum to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bum to to the boot, to the boot, to the boot, boot, bump to the bass, bass.